Have you ever noticed how some people seem to completely lose their charm as they age? I'm not talking about wrinkles or gray hair, but those small behaviors that over time push others away and make these people feel disconnected from the world around them. Isn't it curious how someone can unknowingly undermine their own elegance? And the most shocking part, 99% of people don't even realize they're making these mistakes. I'm Carol, and here at Lucrative Elegance, I believe aging is an art that requires attention to detail, both in attitude and style. And do you know the biggest secret? It's learning to transform every phase of life into something elegant and powerful, like an accessory that elevates your look. Speaking of which, have you ever experienced the power of a well-chosen necklace? A great accessory can be the key to maximizing your outfits and adding a touch of sophistication that transcends age. In my course, I teach exactly that. How to use necklaces, bags, scarves, shoes, and even glasses to create irresistible combinations. The link is in the first pinned comment. Don't forget to check it out. If you want to keep evolving with style and avoid the mistakes most people make as they age, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and give it a like. After all, an elegant woman always seeks the best for herself. 1. Resisting change. A shortcut to isolation. Resisting change, especially as we age, might seem like an attempt to protect who we are and what we believe in. But in reality, this can isolate us from what's most valuable, our connection to the world and the people around us. This behavior is a subtle trap that gradually erodes the grace with which we should age. Interestingly, even the Bible gives us clear lessons on the importance of accepting transformations. In the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, we find the famous passage, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens." The idea that there is a season for every event in our lives teaches us that change is natural and, more importantly, necessary. If even the seasons change, why do we humans resist so much? Have you ever stopped to think about how many opportunities you've missed out on because you were afraid to change? This resistance to adaptation is also backed by scientific studies. People who are more open to new experiences tend to have better mental health and, in many cases, live longer. According to scientists, this mental flexibility reduces anxiety and improves cognition as we age. Embracing change, therefore, can be a key to aging with more health and serenity. In practical terms, what does this mean? That you can start small, like learning to use new technology or exploring a new perspective on a social issue, or even rethinking some opinions that seemed unchangeable for decades. Seeing these changes as positive rather than threatening is a powerful exercise in adaptability. This doesn't mean abandoning your beliefs or who you are, but rather making room to grow within a new perspective. By staying flexible and open to new things, you prevent emotional isolation and continue to be a relevant, current, and connected presence in the world. Aging doesn't have to mean withdrawing. It can be an opportunity to expand. What change have you resisted recently, and how could you have turned that resistance into a chance for growth? 2. Neglecting personal appearance. Many people believe that as they age, taking care of their appearance isn't as important anymore. After all, it's inner beauty that truly matters, right? However, completely abandoning personal care can be more harmful than it seems. It's not about vanity, but about maintaining dignity and self-respect. Have you ever thought that taking care of your appearance could be a way to show gratitude for life? Research shows that taking care of your appearance has a direct impact on emotional well-being. People who maintain a self-care routine, like getting ready for the day or practicing skincare, tend to have higher self-esteem and a lower risk of depression, especially in old age. Maintaining self-care is a way to nurture our identity, which is essential for aging with grace and confidence. Additionally, the way we present ourselves to others influences how we feel about ourselves. Think about the last time you looked in the mirror after a fresh haircut or wore a new outfit that made you feel confident. Taking care of your appearance can be an outward sign that you're engaged with life and haven't given up on yourself, no matter your age. The question is, what is neglecting your appearance communicating? Imagine meeting up with a friend you haven't seen in years and noticing that she has stopped taking care of herself. What message does that send? Probably one of discouragement, apathy, or even sadness. No one needs to be perfect all the time, but small gestures like wearing well-kept clothes, doing your hair, or taking care of your skin reflect that you're still active and investing in yourself. Start small. Pick an outfit that makes you feel good. Schedule that haircut you've been putting off and spend some time on yourself. These actions will boost your self-esteem and ensure that you stay connected to your essence and the world around you. After all, taking care of your appearance is a practical way of showing that you value yourself. Third, holding grudges. As time goes by, it's easy to accumulate hurt feelings and resentment. Family disagreements, broken friendships, and unresolved misunderstandings can create deep wounds. But holding on to grudges only ties us to the past, like an emotional anchor that keeps us from moving forward. However, forgiveness is one of the most powerful tools we have for finding inner peace. And believe it or not, this concept is deeply rooted in Scripture. Jesus, in the Sermon on the Mount, emphasized the power of forgiveness when he taught, "For if you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you." Matthew 6:14. This passage shows that the act of forgiving is not only about emotional relief but also spiritual healing. When we hold on to grudges, we disconnect ourselves from people, as well as from the peace and lightness that help us live with more grace. Have you ever thought that the grudge you're holding is hurting you more than the other person? Science also confirms the impact of grudges on mental and physical health. The inability to forgive can lead to higher levels of anxiety, increased blood pressure, and even a greater risk of depression. On the other hand, forgiveness is linked to reduced stress, better sleep quality, and even a stronger immune system. So, forgiving is not just an emotional issue, it's also about physical health. Think now about a grudge you've been holding on to for years. It could be from a family argument, a relationship that didn't end well, or even a professional conflict. How has this affected your life? Could this resentment be preventing you from embracing new opportunities and relationships? Forgiveness, in this case, isn't about the other person. It's about you. It allows you to let go of emotional baggage and make room for new experiences of peace and happiness. A practical way to start processing forgiveness is to write about your feelings. Take a piece of paper and describe what hurt you, how you feel, and how it has impacted you. You don't need to send this letter, but just expressing your thoughts can be the first step to letting go of the pain. Remember, forgiveness doesn't mean justifying the wrongdoing. It means choosing not to carry the burden anymore. Is the emotional weight you're carrying worth it, or is it stopping you from enjoying the fullness of life? 4. Excessive vanity. Feeling proud of our accomplishments, our children, and the life we've built is natural, but excessive vanity, especially in later years, can push people away. Many, without realizing it, fall into the habit of boasting, whether it's about material possessions or family successes. This can convey an image of being out of touch with the struggles of others, making relationships more distant and superficial. There's a passage in the Bible that speaks deeply about humility and vanity. When you are invited to a banquet, do not sit in the place of honor. It is better for the host to say to you, "Friend, move up to a better place," than to be humiliated in front of everyone. Luke 14:10. This message goes far beyond a simple banquet. It teaches us that true greatness comes from humility and modesty. There's no need to always put yourself in the spotlight, as real recognition comes naturally. Are you focusing too much on what you have and forgetting to value who you are? Excessive vanity can damage our connections. People who frequently talk about themselves and their achievements often struggle to form deep bonds. This happens because vain behavior creates an emotional barrier, fostering a sense of competition rather than cooperation. What may seem like a simple exchange of success stories can actually create distances you might not even notice. Think of a situation where you may have shared your achievements with a friend who was going through a tough time. Of course, you didn't mean any harm, but did that behavior make your friend feel comfortable? No one needs to hide their accomplishments, but there is a subtle and elegant way to share them. Instead of saying, "My children are doing very well in life," how about saying, "Being a parent has taught me the value of patience and mutual support." This way, you maintain humility and open up space for more meaningful conversations. Remember that the most admired and respected people aren't the ones who constantly talk about their victories, but those who let their achievements speak for themselves. True confidence doesn't need the spotlight. Your wisdom and experience can inspire much more than any display of success. What are your words really communicating? Genuine pride or a need for validation? Now think with me. How many times have you fallen into these behaviors we've discussed today without even realizing it? These are small missteps that, over time, can affect how you feel and how others see you. But the good news is that by becoming aware of them, you can start making changes now to age with elegance and grace. But wait, are your outfits truly keeping up with this evolution? After all, there's no point in correcting these behaviors if you're still wearing clothes that are aging you, right? If this is making you wonder, there's a video you need to watch next. 6 fashion pieces you should ditch after 40. In it, I talk exactly about those pieces that many women insist on keeping in their wardrobes, but that might be making them look 10 years older. And let's be honest, if we can age well and with style, why hold on to things that drag us down? Let's recap what we talked about today. We discussed how small behaviors you might not even notice could be compromising your elegance as you age. Things like resisting change, holding grudges, or even monopolizing conversations can create an image that doesn't reflect the confident, fulfilled woman you want to be. If you want to continue this journey and learn more about elegance and lifestyle, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like if you want to learn how to be elegant, because elegance is profitable, not only in how we present ourselves, but also in the impact it has on our lives. Tell me in the comments, aging gracefully is essential. I want to know if you agree and what stood out to you most in this video. And before you go, check out my course on how to use accessories elegantly and maximize your outfits. The link is in the first pinned comment. I cover necklaces, bags, scarves, shoes, tights, perfumes, glasses, belts, all for just $49.99. If you want to elevate your style with small details, this course is for you. See you in the next video.